understand that you're good at and that you play the game, but when you are in the commentary box with guys that have played international level, be the lead. That's okay, you can take the expert role, but give international players their lead and allow them to come through on that. We welcome you to the ILT20 Continental Cup powered by Fancode. It's a match day 2 and it shall be match number 4 that'll be starting shortly, and that features the home side Rwanda taking on Uganda. And so the toss happened out a little bit earlier on, and let's find out with the conditions that we have here at play, what are the captains deciding to do. One is looking for their first win, while the other is looking to go 2 up. We have the two captains, the captain of Rwanda and the captain of Uganda. Our match referee, Mr. Emmanuel Dube. Didier, I believe that you're the home side and you have the coin. You'll do the honors. As is the call. Tells it is. Didier, you've won the toss. What you're going to do?
I'm going to ball fast.
What target would you be looking to restrict Uganda to?
150. 150 will be a good score to chase.
Right, any changes to your side?
Yeah, one change, Eli Cuisine for Okide.
Thank you so much and good luck.
Thank you.
Reza, toss didn't go your way. What would you have done?
We wanted to ball first because of the conditions.
Right, looking that you are looking to go 2 up, you won to yesterday. Today, any changes to your side?
No, we'll go with the same team. Yeah.
Thank you so much and good luck.
Thank you.
News from the center is that Rwanda, they've won the toss and they will ball first. So that's the decision of the home side, Rwanda, looking for their first win. They've won the toss and they will decided that they will have a ball first. My name is Tawanda Eli in the commentary box with Zaid Khan. Let's have a look at Uganda there. The side that is led by Riyazat Ali Shah, you'll be looking for a better outing today. But up front shall be Sridip Mangela and Robinson Obuya. They'll be opening the batting. In the middle order, it'll be Danish Kumar Nakrani, as well as the man of the match in yesterday's games, Alpesh Ramjani. The spinners and pacers, Cosmos Chauta and Henry Sinyondo and Frank Subuga, they'll play a part with the ball a little bit later.
And there we have it for Team Rwanda. The captain, Didier Kubimana, Manishimu Oscar, the opening partner. Isaie Niumugabo, the youngster, Daniel Gumisenge playing a handy knock yesterday. Jean-Pierre Rukundo. We've got the spinner, Emil Rukeriza, the hard hitter, Martin Akayezu, and the spinner, Nadir Mohammed. We've got Zapi Bimenyimana, Inyas, and Eric Dusingizimana, the veteran coming back into the attack with lots of experience.
Log standing so far. The first game was played, match number 3 in the morning. Nigeria, they go 2-2 and they go top of the table. Their net run rate reduced from what it was yesterday. Yesterday, they're 3.9. Now it's just 1.09. Uganda will be searching for their second win so that they can keep up with the log leaders, while Rwanda chased their first points.
Yeah, two sides that have taken on each other a couple of times, and Uganda usually having the upper hand. Last time they faced each other, Rwanda winning that game just before they went on to play the World Cup. There's a moment of pride when the Pearl of Africa represented at the world stage. Ball number 1 starts off with a flick off the pads there.
A flick off the pads of Robinson Obuya, who gets off the mark immediately on the first one. It was a little bit uppish, but it was in a vacant region. Going with hard hands.
Yeah, Zapi Bimenyimana starting this tournament with expensive figures there. Was the man to bowl the final over yesterday against Team Nigeria. What a game that was.
One that pushed right down to the last 3 deliveries. 3 was needed of 3. And it took a magnificent strike from Nigeria's captain, Sylvester Okpe, to give them the winning runs.
Yeah, lovely cool conditions here this afternoon at Gahanga.
Touch and go again. Just assessing the conditions of the two openers for Uganda, who both are off the mark, off a pair, as they call it. They're rolling.
Yeah, Robinson has had some experience playing at this particular field, as he does usually come around. Not a newcomer to Gahanga. Robinson Obuya is come, the man who struck the first maximum for Team Uganda at the World Cup, starts off with attack. And that will be the first boundary of the innings.
Well, the first boundary it is coming off the bat of Robinson Obuya. Too short from Zappi. And he pays a hefty price, and it knows that there are only two fielders inside the 30-yard circle, and none of them were near that to stop that. 4 runs to Robinson.
Once again, better length this time. Yeah, that boundary being struck, you could see back of length delivery, and not a full flourish of the bat, just a short arm jab, and perfectly placed.
Robinson, he thrives in these conditions. A man who is built for T20 cricket. Tall lad, powerful hands, long levers. Goes through the offside this time around. It's a huge cavity in between point and cover. Will it get enough to the boundary? No, they'll pull it back, but they'll run 3.
Yeah, but beautifully placed there. And interestingly enough, Zappi also being a teammate of Robinson Obuya in the domestic league here at Gahanga, as both of them play for Challengers Cricket Club. Both know each other very well, good friends. But nothing friendly about this competition at the moment.
Obuya has got a strike rate of 125 in T20. Big shouts. Umpire Anas Yabib just walks away, not interested. They take a leg by as signaled by the umpire. And that'll be after the first one. Uganda, 10 runs on the board.
Yeah, it's always good to see neighborly rivalries. We've seen the likes of India, Pakistan, the likes of Afghanistan, Pakistan. We've seen the likes of Australia, New Zealand. And now we've got on our hands Rwanda versus Uganda. Healthy competition. In recent times, there's been lots of improvement in the Rwandan side as well.
Yeah, recent improvements. But the bragging rights will always go to the team that has gone to the World Cup. They will boast of that. And that is Uganda. But also, importantly, they would want to make it felt with an outstanding performance.
Goes down the leg on that occasion. One thing the Ugandan players are very good at is playing the shot delivery. Can't be bowling too many of those, and with the pace on offer by Nyas, you'll have to be very critical about what line he bowls at them.
Ignace opening the bowling from the airport end. A good delivery, good comeback from the extra that he bowled early on. It'll be important that they are able to hit the right areas. The first over went for plenty. Someone just needs to draw things back, and that duty will fall on Ignace Tirenganya.
Great to see him come back out of the injury was off for almost 9 months of cricket. That is the commitment he's got to the sport.
Upish, but it's well over the 30-yard circle with an outfield that is almost dry, and it runs away for 4. Shredip Mangela gets off the mark, opening his account boundary with that huge hit.
Yeah, just a lofted drive there, understanding the field restrictions and just well within the arc. Took a couple of steps down at it, but in great control, knows the areas to be striking. Mangela, who didn't have a very long stay at the crease yesterday, but packed a punch, would be looking forward to spending more time at the crease.
That's a good shot. And Pierce is that huge gap again between point and cover. Well, they run away to the boundary, slow down a bit because that's a 70-meter boundary square of the wicket. It only allows them to run 2.
Yeah, if you need to clear those boundaries, you need to strike it well and time it well. Big boundary square of the wicket here at Gahanga.
Actually, they run 3, so beg for your forgiveness on that note, saying it was 2. Mangela would want each and every run, and then he scored a counted 4.
Yeah, lightning quick between the wickets, the Ugandans. Any sort of misfield here and there, they'll pounce on it.
Flashing blade misses that one. He had opened his eyes, he punches his thigh pad there. Knows he missed out on an opportunity. Thrives on width.
Loves opening up, loves freeing his arms, loves the big shots, but Robinson, in recent times, he's taken his game to a whole new level, trying to make it to the national side. He worked extremely hard, had a very late, hard-earned call to the national colours.
Looking to pull that one. But doesn't get it cleanly. Jean-Pierre Rukundo takes it in the face in the diving effort. But it seems he's okay. A lot of people have mixed opinions about players that are called late into the squad. He's into his late 20s, Robinson Abuya. But I get a feeling that if somebody's in form, give them the opportunity to play.
Very, very well said there. As we mark the end of the second over here. It's 18 for no loss.
2 overs done, 18 runs on the board for Uganda. They start off with a very healthy run rate. They are doing well. They'll be happy with that. They'll take it out on any day. Gonna be quite a good start of 9 runs per over. Anyone will take that, especially within the power play. With those fielding restrictions always in play. And for newcomers to cricket, when we say fielding restrictions, only 2 fielders are allowed outside the 30-yard circle.
Yeah, and the running men here, really aggressive in the field. Never give up on a chase as well. The throws come flat and quick, even from the boundary ropes.
Zappy Binyurana back into the attack. Work leg side, an opportunity for 2 here. Quick in between the wickets they are, and comfortably they complete them.
Yeah, just an awkward position there for Shredip, but he puts it away comfortably. Just gets enough bat, flicks it down to fine leg region.
It'll be important for Zappi and his bowling partner to hit the right areas, minimize runs that are scored in the power play, but also just try and pick up a wicket. And try and utilize that new ball as much as possible. You don't want a situation whereby Uganda get off to a flying start and it allows them to settle and create a platform that they can be able to create a mammoth total. Today we saw Nigeria scoring 184 on the surface. That was pretty at a wet outfield. Now it's dried up a bit.
Much fuller on that occasion, and they'll steal a single. There's something interesting about these two sides taking on each other. I'll tell you, Eli, the current head coach of Team Rwanda is the man responsible for the men in yellow to represent themselves at the World Cup stage. Lawrence Matlani, the man taking charge of the men in blue.
So he is well aware of the who's and who of the Uganda makeup. Straight up, good shot, but also fielded well. Good cricket all around. Magnificent fielding effort there. It'll sting a bit, I tell you, because that was hit very, very hard.
Excellent work there. Was on his toes as they should be. The moment the bowler starts charging in, you've got to have that extra bit of a trigger. Most often we talk about triggers for batsmen. The fielders should be triggering too.
Bowled him right through, trying to charge and come down the wicket. Shredeb Mangela walks past that one and he takes out his middle stump. Zappe Bimenyimana strikes, draws first bird. Uganda lose their first.
Straight and quick and full, and just knocks the top of middle stump. Tries to play a cross-batted shot there. Guilty is Mangela. He's got to pay the price as Rwanda pick up their first. Zappe Bimenyimana being persistent on that occasion and receives the prize wicket.
Shredeb Mangela departs and Uganda lose their first. And today, not much contribution that he brings. Uganda are 22 for 1. Raghav Dhawan will be the new man that comes in.
Yeah, definitely a new man coming in against Team Rwanda. He hasn't really played against Team Rwanda before, so it's unlikely for him to see and think of what to expect. Robinson, however, like I mentioned, is no newcomer. Will be given a few advices, but if you're part of the top order Team Uganda, you must be knowing a thing or two how to face a big quick coming at your way quite early.
Quick single taken. That's good running.
Not quite sure if he hit that while he was taking a charge down the pitch, or did he hit that and then decided to go for a run, because it was a very, very sneaky single there.
Sneaky single to end the over. 3 overs done. Uganda will be 23 for 1.
Yeah, and now from the airport end, we're going to get Martin Akayezu coming in. I beg your pardon, it will be Inyas continuing his over there. Gave away 8 runs in his first over.
A brilliant shot by Rwanda. You will value the wicket of any batter mapping the power play, and they pick up Shredeb Mangela. Shot. Not well fielded as well. And a throw is on target. Just missing the solitary stump there that he was aiming for. That's young Emilia Rukiriza.
Yeah, good arm on him. Strong lad. Despite being a spinner, he's got good arms, even from the deep. So you've always got to put extra bit of effort making it to the pop-in crease. against these young boys.
Pulled away. And that's been hammered up in the air. Plenty of air on it, no distance. The wind doing the thing. And drops the catch. Robinson Oboya is given a second lease of life. Muhammad Nadir not happy with himself there. It was a difficult one. It was hit well up into the wind. And it was kept pushing away and away from him.
Went miles in the air. Lots of ground to cover. Nadir gives it a go, but just drops. And the same man that dropped a catch in yesterday's critical moments as well.
That was a difficult catch. Even cameraman struggled to stay with that one because it went many a mile up. Pulled away flatter. Hit deep backward square.
Yeah, he's going to be a busy man in that area for sure.
Trying to hit the deck hard is Innings. It almost paid dividend against Robinson Oboya. And so you can see that the plan is well thought out. There's a man in the deep for that particular catch, that particular shot.
Yeah, he might be opting for a gentle bumper, but the response might not be so gentle.
Through the covers this time around. Save your legs. That'll be 4 runs. Creamed away by Robinson Oboya.
Beautiful, beautiful shot there by Oboya. Just stand and deliver. And one for the photographers there. He's going to watch that over and over again. Just creaming it. Piercing the gap to perfection.
No. A man with a lot of power. But I tell you also, he has quality placement, Robinson Oboya. Times it well when he's in form. Working it leg side. And pushes for one to rotate the strike. That's good cricket.
Yeah, showing you the best of both worlds. As you see, Mr. Jackson, Dinesh, and the head coach,
Mr. Sharma. I'm trying to make out that they're talking about the weather. How it looks like as if it might not rain for a while. And they say that they would have also opted to bowl first, considering the conditions. Worked again leg side, but down. Good strike rotation. And that'll be the end of the 4th over. And 32 runs on the board for Uganda for the loss of 1 wicket.
Yeah, Ellie, I find it quite ironic how people talk about weather putting on shots. Those are the same people talking about the cold weather, putting half of the uniform there. But yeah, the game is keeping us heated up as the rivalry continues. And you've got Zappi Bimenyimana trying to pick up his second. We're still into the power play right now. 32 for the loss of 1. 5th over. We'll drop and run. And they'll pick it comfortably. He's got to challenge the Ugandans with a different sort of approach, trying to keep them tight. They're finding a way to just drop and run.
Well, in T20, you need to make the most of any opportunity to score around that you get. So when you're well aware that you've hit it just a fair few meters away from a fielder, give yourself to take off. You should always be in a position to pick up a run when you can. Those are the many things that people practice to say when you take a shot. You take a few meters into the run and then you assess whether yes you can make it or not. Split decision moments. Driven straight. Martin Akayezu makes a meal out of it, and that'll be a boundary. Pity that it'll be credited to Zappi Bimenyimana, not him. That's 4 runs. Good strike by Robinson Oboya down the ground.
Yeah, very, very good friends, Martin Nakaezu and Zapi Bimenyimana, but not trying to match eye to eye after that effort, as it just went through him. Have a look at that, making an absolute blunder. Races away for 4.
He just took an awkward bounce on him. He didn't time it. That will be wide. A quicker delivery.
Yeah, an effort ball there by Zappi after giving away that boundary for sure. Trying to come into the lines there. Exactly what you expect out of a pace bowler once you mess up in the field.
Yeah, the kind of response. A response of frustration. And hoping that all of that energy was put into that delivery. Pulled away. Fine leg is pretty short and it'll run away for 4. Just helping it on its way was Robinson Obuya.
Yeah, I'd say the height and pace of Zappi not really matching here. If you're going for the shorter length against the Ugandans, you've got to have the express pace on offer. That pace will not trouble the Ugandans.
Very true. Robinson will not be trouble with that. He'll be happy with that because he's a man that thrives on the pull shot a whole lot more. With the way that the field is set, yes, there is a man operating that boundary just in between square and deep mid wicket. But the fact that he's going to be hitting it into the wind, with the wind rather, it'll be carried pretty far and quicker.
Yeah, it's the assault up front that Team Rwanda have to take control of.
Slower delivery. Fumble allows Robinson to complete that run. A good over it is so far. 11 runs off it.
Again, I feel if the Ugandan side aren't really threatened up front is when they get aggressive, especially towards the middle after the power play, is when they get the license. Especially the opening pair, once they're done with the first 6 overs, they know they've got all the wickets in hand. They start going hard at it.
Clipped off the pads. And it'll go all the way for 6. Into the road. Now, we'll ask the guys on the road to help us retrieve that one. Because that one was hit many, many a mile.
Yeah, that's a biggie. Just using the pace and the distance out of Gahanga. Takes Air Uganda to that.
The youngsters on the road, they help us to retrieve it. They're watching from over the fence. I don't know why, but it pays dividends right now because they're able to retrieve that ball. It had gone quite the distance, you would say.
Oh, sweet timing on that. But here, to Team Rwanda so far. Everything they connect goes the distance.
2 powerful hitters going hard. Yes, they lost a wicket up front, but it hasn't phased their plan. They want to utilize the power play restrictions as much as possible.
Yeah, in the 6th over, catch will be taken. A full length delivery, a variation of pace there by Inyas gets him the wicket of Raghav.
Tame, soft dismissal for Raghav down there. Just pushing it, that one with half heart and hands there. Pretty much in an undecided phase whether to really go for the drive or not.
Yeah, it was a half an intent, half a shot, and the celebrations by Gumisenge Daniel there, the youngster, the man at covers, takes a comfortable catch.
That one departs there. You see him walking away. He'll depart for 11 off 7 deliveries.
Yeah, no. The region of worry for Team Rwanda is the depth of Team Uganda. Deep as the Atlantic. Got plenty of batsmen in there.
If you decide to play at the highest level, you should expect that. At some point in time, I believe there was a team that had players who had hundreds from the first one right up to number 11. Right in walks the skipper of Uganda, Riyazat Ali Shah. Didn't have a captain's outing yesterday with the bat, hoping that he will do better today because he's coming just at the opportune time. I mean opportune because the platform has been laid. His team has just gotten to 50 for losing just 2 wickets.
Exciting player for sure. The skipper knows how to play the part. He's won 6 out of 6 as a skipper. 100% record as a winning captain.
As I always say that a winning streak can become contagious. One can lead to another and another and another. It has led to him having 6 on the trot.
Well, there's nothing wrong of keeping the good habits.
Cut
Takes a
away.
Flash at that and it will race away to the boundary ropes in no time. Beautiful timing behind that. The man at gully had a few yards to move, but he got stuck in the pitch there as it raced by him.
And play it as late as possible. Having a look at that again. Hoping in the face of the blade. Bisecting those two fielders, third man and gully. Went to 4.
And to most people it looked like it was a lucky shot, but it was intentfully done. Opening the face, playing it late, using that region.
Not a bit wide.
One of the gifted players, Riyazat Ali Shah, always looks like he's got enough time on him. A bit more time than the other batters. Gets into good, powerful positions. Has been in quite some form. Another wide, back-to-back wides here for Inyas.
Just losing his rhythm after that boundary. And that was cut away for 4. And 2 deliveries to finish that one. And worked away leg side again. And push for 1.
Yeah, you find the likes of Inyas bowling to Riyazat Ali Shah. They've played alongside each other back in Uganda during the men's elite. 2023 was the year where he did pick up plenty of wickets. Bowler of the tournament there.
Sometimes you just get a feeling that Robinson Abuya just uses too much power. Sometimes it just takes a great piece of timing. However, it's end of the 6th over. Uganda 57 for 2. As we mark the end of the power play, Didier can have the liberty to spread his field as much as he would like. And that's the power play summary for Uganda's scorecard. Shrindip Mangela, 11 of 19. He was looking good until the dismissal. Raghav Dhawan also just equaling that score of 11 of 7. But Robinson Abuya standing tall, 25 from 17.
Yeah, the talk of the trade is quality, requires quality, and you've got Nadir Mohammed coming in. Those are the bowling figures of Zapi Bimenyimana and Inyas Nyirenganya. Economy of 10 being quite expensive is Zapi, and that has been his story throughout this tournament so far.
Pace bowlers opened up the things for Rwanda. Now they turn to spin. Nadir Mohammed being brought into the attack here, trying to slow things down a bit.
Hasn't been having the greatest of times in the field, but he's known for the ball in hand now. As Eli takes a break from the commentary box, I'll be welcoming Davis back into the commentary box. Welcome, Davis.
Thank you very much, Zahid.
Two neighbors taking on each other here. You've been a skipper yourself. What do you have to say about this game? You've been in the middle of this competition before.
Yeah. Well, I like the fact that for me, I think the Rwandans, I want to feel obviously a lot more prepared lately. Their cricket has continued to transition and to evolve to not just being participants but actually being competitors. Proof of that is the fact that Rwanda have beaten Uganda before in that tournament in South Africa. So the Rwandans will believe, and quite a number of the players out there in the field, you will see, are some of them that played in that very, you would say, historical game, picking up a victory against the Ugandan outfit. So they will believe that they have something in them. There's a spark that they just need to light to get another win over Uganda.
Yeah, speaking of spark, the Ugandans have sparked up quite early here. Powerplay going for 58. Yes, they've given away 2 wickets here, but a great start. 59 now for the loss of 2. Nadir Mohammed sent in to bring some balance to the rocking ship. Got into a defensive mindset quite early, Riyazat.
I think when you just look at how Riyazat played that one, a bit of uncertainty, you would say, appears like he's a bit unsure whether it's actually going to turn, or he's more worried about that one that's kids on that arm ball.
And Nadir does have a very, very quick arm ball up his sleeve. Plays it back to him. Look at the line he's bowling, not giving any...
Wicket to wicket, obviously. And with that dot ball brings an end to the 7th. Uganda 60 for 2.
Yeah, exactly what he was sent in to do. And that is the effect of Nadir Mohammed in the Rwandan side. Applying pressure to the batsman and allowing and giving the luxury to the rest of the bowling unit to pick up the wickets. Yes, he does pick up wickets himself too, but in the process of picking up wickets, he applies immense amount of pressure to the batting side. From the opposite end, seven overs have gone by. It's 60 for the loss of 2. We've got Emil Rukeriza into the attack now.
Emil Rukeriza, right arm off spin. It's been very, very handy with the ball in hand. I like the fact that he is bowling from the longer end of the boundary to the leg side, you would say, especially for the right-handers that are on the wicket right now. I think for me that is smart captaincy from Didier. Didier will also know that he would have kept his eye, of course, on the morning game. There were 2 left-arm seamers that bowled for Nigeria and bowled from this other end. So he'll be hoping that there's a bit of some rough there for Emil to try and utilize.
Very well said there. But Obuya says welcome to the game, as he welcomes him with a huge 6 down the ground, clearing it with ease into the banana plantation for half a dozen.
Just looking at the replay there, slightly full delivery, a bit of width on that. Robinson Obuya throws the kitchen sink at it and clears the boundary with so much ease. That is 6 on any ground in the world. Zahid, just to remind you, Robinson Obuya is the only batsman that has ever hit a 6 in a T20 World Cup. Tremendous record.
Yeah, definitely. I spoke to him about it the moment I met him once he was back from the World Cup. Something that he'll hold to his name till the end of time. Something to always be proud of.
Coincidentally, it was against yet another off-spinner, a great of Afghanistan cricket, Muhammad Nabi. He's played for close to 20 years as well, representing his nation, but not just representing, but doing amazing work in that Afghanistan blue. But back to the cricket here, the Gahanga Cricket Oval. In the 4th game of the ILT20 Continental Cup, powered by Fancode.
the turn and bounce over there, challenging Robinson on that occasion. Just getting a bit of extra grip to it. It's the top spin and the side spin. He's got the slider of a delivery too.
Very well ball there yet again from Emil. He's recovered pretty well. You can see he's at least asking some questions now of the batters. He's drawn his length back. And he seems to be intent on trying to get that straight boundary out of the equation for the batters. There'll be a lot of work for Nadim to do at mid-wicket.
Yeah, he's been a busy man this afternoon. Soft hands around the corner. Eric Dusingizimana, most experienced player on the field at the moment there for Team Rwanda.
I will say it's a little bit confusing for me that for the right arm of spinner bowling, you want to have your best field as a mid-wicket and a short fine leg.
And that one has been sent to the tents and over for Biggie. Gets underneath it, gets a whole lot of it, and launches it for a maximum.
Just looking at that replay, see how far that went. Right into the plantation across the guy from Robinson Obuye, the strong man, is in the mood, goes down on one knee, goes for the big slog sweep, and he gets right under that one. Big maximum goes into there.
Yeah, try explaining that to the insurance company. Got into a defensive position once again quite early. And it's the delay by Nadir Mohammed that is helping him. The quicker he bowls, the more he gets punished.
Well, Uganda are cruising, scoring at just over 9, actually nearly touching 10. 9.76 runs and over.
Nearly went onto the stumps there. Just missed the top of off. Aggression by both sides, in fact. But Robinson is off to a fly. Strange, isn't it? You've got two expats trying to perform for their respective sides.
Yeah, that's true. And I like for me the fact that Nadim has stayed in the fight. He knows that Robinson is coming after him, but that's not made him fade away. And he's continued to bowl as straight as possible. You can see, if you look at, obviously, there's a pitch map, you'll see that a number of his deliveries are looking to attack the stumps. And he's keeping Riyazat Ali Shah in check.
Every time he goes down that side, he's been clobbered for a boundary. This time on the floor for 4. Losing his line, and he's got to pay the price, and that will be the end of the 9th over.
Looking at the replay there, strays down the leg side, becomes an easy picking. Therefore, Riyazat Ali Shah manages to get that down to the boundary. Vacant up, fine leg boundary for 4 runs.
Very, very easy pickings for Riyazat Ali. He's missed that length, and both times he's got to pay the price. The maximum that Robinson struck him was off a similar looking delivery. And the bowler now changing the bowling. The man coming from the airport end is a youngster, Jean-Pierre Rukundo. Right arm quick.
Very well bowled there by the youngster. Bowled well in the emerging tournament. And I think this will obviously be a real test of his skill set and just testament to how far he has come, as he is going to bowl at a difficult time with the opposition cruising at 9 point, just under 5 and over.
Yeah, been asked to take a walk upon the path of fire, bowling against the likes of Robinson and Riazat, the best of the best in the business. Goes up and over, and that will be a maximum for a second. The fielder looked like he was in there, but the ball just flies and sails over his head for a maximum, confirmation by the umpire.
And with that maximum brings up the 50 for Robinson Obuya. Third 50 in the tournament. Robinson Obuya has been cruising at 52 at this particular point of 28. With a number of maximums in there. Short delivery from the youngster. Robinson takes a liking to it. The military medium pace. Short delivery doesn't get easier than that. Martin Akayezu down there deep square leg. Could have had a chance if he was on the rope.
Once again, flicks it in the air. Keeper trying to get to it. And drops it. Would you believe it? All the way he made the hard work of getting to the flight of the ball, and it goes through his gloves. Would you believe it? Didier, the captain, puts it down.
Looking like the replay right there takes all the pace off. Robinson Obuya is deceived in that one. Goes big, only gets high to it. Didier does all the hard work, gets right under it, a slight wobble, and the ball literally goes right through his gloves.
This time a lucky edge. Again we see the salt being rubbed into the wound with a boundary there. Fortunate edge on that one.
Very well played, you would say. Not too sure about it being the edge. You can tell that obviously because the third man is up, it creates a bit of a boundary option for the batters if they can manage to simply guide that down to that vacant third man region. Interesting about that particular delivery. It appeared like Rukundo bowled from slightly behind at the actual crease. I do not know if that was a tactic or some form of variation to obviously try and play around with the momentum that the Ugandans have built, but Uganda are at 98 for 2 in just under 10 overs.
And this time plays it square off the wicket, powerfully struck, but there is a sweeper in the deep. Will allow them to pick up just a single. 10 overs done, it's 99 for 2.
And looking at the batting scorecard for Uganda, Srideep only managed to get 11 of 9. But at this particular point, it's Robinson Obuya that is looking to obviously lead the charge for Uganda. He's already gone on his 50 with a couple of maximums in there. And there is a bowling change for Rwanda. Martin Akayezu, right-arm medium pacer, is going to be bowling from the pavilion end. Starts with the short delivery, and that's cut handsomely down to the vacant third man region. Riazat Anisha picks up yet another boundary. Not the welcome Martin Akayezu would have wanted.
Yeah, definitely have a look at that. Using the pace there. Flashes hard at it, and it races to the boundary ropes in no time. So quick. No one moved.
Yes, Zahid, the worry for me right now is that it's pin drop silence here at the Gahanga Cricket Oval. Obviously, the home team realize that they are in a bit of a spot of bother with Uganda cruising at this point.
Yes, of course, it's going to be concerning as it's raining boundaries at the moment. Riazat making it look very, very easy at the moment. Back-to-back boundaries.
The only voices so far here at the Gahanga Cricket Stadium are the ones in the men from the men in yellow in the Ugandan dugout and the commentators. The replay there, short delivery, width on offer. Riyazat Ali Shah manages to simply cut that down to that vacant point region.
Yeah, big gap for him, and the ball was travelling at quite some pace. And a dotted delivery there. But, of course, an area of concern as Team Uganda crossed the 100 mark just around the halfway point of the game, of the innings.
And there it is. Faint nick there from Riyazat Ali Shah. Martin Akayezu produces the magic for Rwanda. It's celebrations time here at the Gahanga Kirovo. Just the wicket that they did need.
That's a massive wicket. The skipper has to depart for 27. Celebrations for Martin Akayezu as the viewers watching the game from up there, Team Botswana, still hanging around, having a look at the game. Excellent take, excellent delivery.
Much better there from Martin Akayezu. Much tighter lines, not allowing Riyazat the width that he was pouncing on. He'll walk off a delighted man. You'll know he'll know that he's done a good job managing to score 27 runs off the 19 balls that he did face. So he's been very effective in his time in the wicket.
We've got Nakrani Dinesh coming in. 3 wickets down for Team Uganda. That is not the area of concern for them, as they're really cruising at the moment with 107 runs to their side. Martin Akayezu starts off with back-to-back boundaries and then makes a fine adjustment to pick a wicket here. Another dangerous batsman, Nakrani. Left-hander keeps it on the ground and gets off the mark straight away with a single.
Well, I would imagine, of course, at the toss, Didier was very confident when he won the toss and elected to bowl with the hope and belief that he would be able to make the most of the overcast conditions where it is still cloudy here. But Robinson Obuye obviously is together with Sridip Singh Mangela were able to actually put together a good stand, opening stand, and Uganda looking to capitalize on that.
Keeps it on the ground there. No run taken. Very busy this Ugandan side has been. 11 overs are done here. 108 for the loss of 3. Team Uganda. We've got Jean-Pierre Rukundo coming back into the attack there from the same airport end. A delight to watch. Just a pick-up shot that using the pace of the bowler as well.
Well, the ground staff here at the Gahanga Cricket Stadium have obviously gotten themselves some work to do at the covers.
Yeah, slows down the pace, but it goes through the hands of Nadir Mohammed there. They run aggressively, they run back.
Looking at that, Paulo's going obviously way down the leg, and Robinson Obuye taking a liking to it. Hits it right down there to the booth where you would say the scorers are. He is dealing in maximums. Great passage of play here for the Cricket Cranes.
Yeah, might look easy, but it's such quick hands of Robinson there. Dinesh plays it back to the bowler. Excellent running between the wickets there. 12 overs are done. 126 for the loss of 3.
Oh, and after the umpires got together, they quickly decide that perhaps the drizzle is a bit too heavy and call the ground staff on to try and quickly cover the ground up. There will be a rain delay interruption. But Uganda will obviously be the happy of the two sides. They are at 126 for the loss of 3 wickets in just 12 overs. Looking at the batting card there, Srideep got 11 off 9. Robinson Obuya, the man who is still out there, is on 70, cruising off 34 balls. Raghav Dhawan got 11 off 7. Riazat Alisha 27 off 19. Dinesh Nakrani has just walked in, is on 2 off 3.
And there is the bowling scorecard with an economy of 10.33 being quite expensive is Zapi Bimenyimana, but not as expensive as Jean-Pierre Rukundo, who in his 2 overs has taken off for 30 runs, 15 per over. 5 extras have been provided, taking the total to 126 for the loss of 3. Nyas also picking up a wicket, but he's given away 25 runs in 3 overs that is bowled there. And will be back into the action once the rain passes by. Won't be hanging around for too long.
What's the name of this? So I need to go into the pharmacy and buy it.
Brufen 500. It usually comes in pink color.
Yeah, I know the pink one, not this type.
Yeah. But this one's good because I had a sprained ankle as well, and you gave me that and it worked.
How long did it take for you to go?
About 2 days.
At first I thought it was broken.
It's sharp. The pain is sharp.
And I thought I heard a sound.
It happens. Well, it might be a ligament. If it's not a bone, it's a ligament. Because the worst part of twisting the ankle is the muscles at the back. That's where the damage happens.
The damage was, yeah.
Yeah. So just around that mark there, all the way from the back here. It's like someone just, holding on to it.
The only time I'm feeling pain is when someone presses it.
What you can do is, if you can get like a tennis ball, get a tennis ball, when you wake up in the morning, tennis ball, arc, just gently roll. So those muscles start strengthening up. Because I had a very big issue with my right leg, so I started doing the exercise now.
Yeah, because the good thing is I can do this, so
Yeah.
it's not broken.
Yeah. So it's the Achilles. It's the Achilles tendon right there. So it gets tough right now because it's been hurt. So it's it's tight. So to loosen it up, you need to do some exercise.
Thank you. I'll definitely do that. Hot dog. Yep. You need to take me to the hospital. Oh. I was talking to Ugandan team. Because they quickly rushed to help me. And I'm like, oh, really? You're so sweet. They quickly came. They didn't even remember me.
They do.
They don't.
No, they do, because everyone saw you fall. Like, if I didn't know, I just got messages, how many has fallen? I was like, oh, I didn't see.
There was a hole.
For me, I just got a message, I didn't know that you had fallen.
Yeah. Like my feet went into that hole. But I managed to remove it and I could feel the pain. And I sat down. I didn't fall. I sat down.
Oh.
Yes. Because I even, what's his name? Someone was there. Someone was. He didn't even see what had happened.
This thing is over.
You're not serious.
Ella, we're back on.
I just got you a message. We are good to go with 145. I have not for today, from tomorrow's matches. We are good with 145 start time. So it kind of gives us that break, the little break that we need.
Greetings once again, wherever you're watching this production from. We're bringing you the ILT20 Continental Cup powered by Fancode, and it's match day 2, match number 4. Uganda taking on the host Rwanda. Rwanda won the toss and they elected to field first. And after 12 overs, Uganda 126 for 3. They've had a great start, blistering to say it. My name is Tawanda Eli. In the commentary box with Zaid Khan. We had a brief interruption with rain, and the skies have given way to the sun, so play will get underway. It was stopped exactly after 12 overs. Robinson Obuya having a blinder of an innings, 70 from 34. Good afternoon, Zaid.
Good afternoon, Eli, and the game continues here as the overs have been reduced to 18 overs of play.
Just losing a couple of overs there. Those 2 overs. I don't think anybody will complain much about that. It's not really a big loss in terms of what they're having.
We've got Martin Akayezu coming in from the pavilion end.
Not coming off the middle of the bat for Robinson Obuya. Typical of what would happen to batters because of the break. You lose your rhythm, you lose the concentration. So you need to get back up again. So it'll be pretty tough for a moment or so.
Yeah, adapting right after the break there. Robinson Obuya, the danger man out there.
Touch and go from Danish Nakrani, who was the new batter coming in.
We'll be continuing with the left-hand, right-hand combination here, Team Uganda.
What a time for Robinson Obuya, the man on strike, to find form, to get that rich vein of getting going again. 71 plus, he has taken full advantage of with an offer. He's up in the air, but it'll be a thick outside edge. It'll go past the man at gully. And third man will clean up, looking to pull that one, but not coming off the middle of the bat there. Unfortunate enough, it fell in a vacant region, but that was a quicker ball from Martin Akayezu. But however, it's been deemed a no ball, and this one will be a free hit. And guess what? Robinson Obuya will be on strike, and one thing that I can definitely guarantee you is that his eyes will light up from the minute that he feels he can have a go at it.
Let's see what Martin Okayezu has on offer here for Robinson.
Good ball. Short, quicker, beaten for pace. Robinson Obuya frustrated with himself.
Yeah, you could hear the grunt right after. Feels he's missed out on that opportunity, missed out on the free hit. Could have been hit anywhere. But an excellent delivery by Martin Akayezu. Highest wicket taker for Team Rwanda in recent times.
This time coming off the middle of the bat, but not hitting it into the direction that he would have wanted it. I should have been going over mid-wicket, but only managing to hit it straight.
Yeah, just a slap past the bowler there. Got enough bat on it, but not enough timing. Just a single. Dinesh can have a go at it as well. The left-hander.
Cantwell opens the face of the blade, runs it down to third man. Sensible cricket. Gave the man that's in form the strike. Allow yourself to assess the conditions. You're a new batter. Give yourself time and grow from that.
Yeah, very, very watchfully played there by Dinesh Nakarani. Final delivery of the 13th over.
Through the offside. That'll be 4. And this time comes off the middle of the bat and he powers it away in the Robinson Abuya style. Finishes off the over with a magnificent boundary.
Yeah, just crunches that one for 4. Picks it on the rise there. Beautiful shot through the covers for Robinson Abuya. 13 overs of play and 138 on board for the loss of 3. 5 overs remaining here, Eli. What do you reckon the approach by the Ugandan side is going to be when they've got 7 wickets in hand to go?
It's going to be one-way traffic. You have 7 wickets in hand. Look to get around 160, 170 there. Because 200 was up on the cards, but you've removed 2 overs. So you take away at least 20 runs from that 200. So probably a target of around 180, 170 should still be available for Uganda with the wickets in hand and the kind of firepower that's still to come. With that question, Zaid Khan will take a break, and I will welcome a man that is not new to the team that's batting. Led them for quite some time. He found himself in such situations, some good, some bad. Davis, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Eli, and obviously the viewers out there. Pleasure being here. I like the fact that for me that Emil Ruchiriza is actually being tasked to bowl at this very difficult time. You want to think Didier might have thought that the matchup was perfect for him since he's going to be bowling to Dinesh, but Dinesh does the right thing to get a single.
Tries to power that one down. It doesn't come off the middle. Allows him to take the single.
We have spoken about the essence of breaks in terms of killing the momentum of batters. We obviously following the rain delay, that rain break interruption. You might have a pondering thought of just the kind of effect it might have had in Robinson Abuya's stroke play.
Yeah, he had a stop and start there, but he's been able to crank things up and get to where he was. I just wonder, why does it affect batters? Why doesn't it affect bowlers? This break in passage of play.
I think the reality is obviously the skill sets that are required when you're batting require a lot more concentration. Unlike when you're actually just bowling. When you're batting, you have just one chance, one life.
Nah, Davis. Pulled away. Hitting straight as an arrow. And I thought that was a pole shot, but that's a top shot from Robinson Abuya. Driving it straight, leaning on the back foot and just powering it over the bowler for 4.
Just looking at the replay there, slightly short delivery, but Robinson Abuya bringing all the power that he does possess and hits that straight into the screen. The value and the difference that Robinson Abuya for me walks into this Uganda side with is the fact that, one, he's walking into this tournament in a rich vein of form. He was a very, very good contributor in the last concluded Challenge League B, but he also plays with a free mind. He doesn't think too much about the game. He'll just play see ball and hit ball.
A see ball. You saw that one.
That's true.
Doesn't make the desired connection though, but one more delivery to go to the over. Already a good one. There'll be 7 runs to it. I'm just thinking that they would love to go around 10 and over. From here, they will definitely finish around the 190 mark. It'll fall short of the man in that cow corner region. Just pick up one, and he'll have strike. And 14 overs done. It'll be 146 for 3. And that's a scenic picture that we have. Just a shot of the ground, a shot of our sponsors that you see on your screens. Powered by Fancode, ITW, and DefAbet as well. It's the ILT20 Continental Cup powered by Fancode. We thank them for their efforts in bringing us these pictures. The tournament, the most popular format of cricket, T20. Top edge. And out and gone. The in man, Nadeem Muhammad, strikes. He'd gone for 15 for the first 2 overs that he bowled. But in his third over, just at the beginning, first delivery, picks up the big wicket of Robinson Obuya. 83 he had put on. Just a one-touch short number from the one that he's wearing on his back. He will depart 83 of 44.
Sling of the replay there, Nadeem. Clearly bowling it a lot flatter. Robinson Obuya throws everything at it. Doesn't get the much needed
match in their first game. That's the man in your picture right there. He had a stellar of a performance. Timed himself well. And he got going. And boy indeed did he put up a show.
This makes for an interesting matchup. I like this particular one. Left-arm orthodox is going to be bowling to 2 very, very powerful left-hand batters.
Chipped up in the air. Full shot of the man fielding that long off. That'll be his say, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, a controlled inning so far from Dinesh Nakrani, obviously recognizing that Robinson Obuya was the man that was getting all the timing right. Just simply look to knock it around and give Obuya as much strike as possible. Now, with not too many balls to go, he will know that he is the man to try and propel Uganda to that 180 target.
Big Eve, it's up in the air. Does it go all the way? You betcha. Everybody, even the crowd, they stand up to watch where it shall drop into the trees. Dinesh Kumar Nakrani taking charge.
The replay will tell you show that clearly not exactly the length Nadir would have liked to see him bowl. But it was right in the slot, allowed Dinesh to get right under that one and work it right above the pavilion.
Looking to cut that one away, but doesn't get the desired connection. Dope ball.
I like the fact that Nadim has continued to vary his pace, his speed as well. Give it a bit of some air. Especially the one that he got Robinson Obuya on.
Another quicker delivery. This is good bowling from Nadeem Muhammad, changing up things, understanding that if you slow things down, if you flight it too much, you will go many a mile. Too short. Fall short as well of the man in the deep there. Fortunate, you say, Nadeem Muhammad on that occasion. 15 overs done. It'll be 154 for the loss of 4 wickets for Uganda.
The man in your frame there, Rukundo, Jean-Pierre. It's been tasked to bowl yet again, another difficult over, especially at the back end of this particular inning, with Uganda making sure that they can try and push to try and get as close as possible to that 180 mark.
Yeah, Jean-Pierre bowled the most expensive over, went for 18 in his second over. Worked away leg side, just for 1. So you'd love to do better, try and redeem his figures already. In the 2 overs he's bowled, he went for 30.
But I like the moment for him. Of course, obviously he does recognize his bowling at a difficult time with a short boundary to the leg side for these big, strong left-handers. So it would be very interesting, and hopefully can look to try to unball the ball far outside of stump to keep away from that hitting arc of the left-handers. Try and make sure that he gets hit to the big, deep cover fielder and avoid getting whacked on the short boundary.
That'll be a good plan. Let's see. Yep, that's the plan. Trying to bowl it on the offside, but that's too wide for the umpire's liking. Be wide signal. And this is crunch time. Need to bring out the best that you have here.
I don't think he should get too tempted to try and bowl straight. He shouldn't be worried about that wide. I think for me the plan is really good. The worry for me is if he tries to bowl too straight, he'll open up the boundary option on that short boundary.
Work leg side, and they push just for one. A slower delivery. That one, I'll push from Johnny, will take that one because he's just giving himself a couple of deliveries, you would say, just to assess the situation. He's a new man that just walked in. While Dinesh Kumar Nakrani, to be fair, he's had a couple of overs in there, scored 14 runs. Heaved away. It's up in the air with the wind. You will fetch it in the field. And that's 6. Timed neatly in the arc. You don't want to bowl there to Dinesh Kumar Nakrani. You go for plenty.
Looking at the replay, gets the line totally wrong. Pretty straight. And in the hitting arc of Dinesh Nakrani. Easy pickings for Dinesh. He gets that maximum. He is getting his groove on.
Well, Jean-Pierre needs to get things right pretty quickly. Slower delivery. Inside edge onto the pad there. A hopeful shout of LBW there. Was given as leg byes by the umpire. I'm sure he'll be happy to bowl to Alpesh Ramjani, the new batter.
Without a doubt, obviously, Alpesh has only been there just 2 balls, so he'll be hoping that Alpesh is not as warm and you would say in the gear that Dinesh Nakrani is in, but it would be key for him to keep that ball as far as possible outside of stump.
Gives himself room, goes the offside. With an offer, he created it and he finds a boundary that comes with ease and very little risk.
Decent attempt, you could see what he's trying to do there. But I think for me, the batter's stroke play was just amazing. Managed to pierce that gap, hitting it right above the cover fielder into that boundary option which is available.
Yeah, that deep pocket that I've been talking about. You can see the cavity that is there between the man at extra cover and the cover sweeper there. Leg side. Just a faint touch of the blade. And they get the one. 16 overs done. It'll be 169 for the loss of 4 wickets for Uganda. Uganda have been doing well. They have had their highest partnership that went for 57. That was Rizat Alia with Robinson. This one, it's only 14. I don't beg your pardon. Just 12 deliveries old. That's partnership, and it's already 23 runs into the match.
Nadir will continue to operate from the pavilion end.
Swept away. It's in a pocket they can pick up 2. Those boundaries are long. The throw is off. Oh, a bit of hesitation. Calamity in the middle. Would you believe that? The throw was off by a long mile, but still Nadeem Mohammed had ample time to gather and aim at the stumps. Both batters stuck in the middle. Run out it is. Oh my, oh my. Uganda, they will rue this moment. No one could have ever written such kind of a script. And shall be Alpesh from Johnny to go.
Looking at the replay there. Went down on one knee, swept that pretty well in the gap. Bit of hesitation. This throw, not the greatest in the world, but Nadim does enough to gather that and hits the bullseye. Alpesh Nakrani nearly not in the frame there. Bit of confusion there by the two batters. Disappointment. They all know that they were the two batters to try and propel Uganda to this anything around 180, 190. But with that wicket, easily takes away 10 to 15 runs, Eli.
It could be a big wicket because we all know how Dinesh Kumar Nakrani could hit the ball, but that was Alpesh from Johnny. He hit it right into that gap. It was ample time. The throw that was off made it even possible. But that slight hesitation by Dinesh Nakrani and to send Alpesh back, that's where the key moment was. Uganda lose a wicket and they lose wicket number 5.
Flighted delivery. Dinesh Nakrani takes a liking to it, goes big. Mid-wicket region. Butter. And there is a run-out opportunity. The butter is stuck. Ladies and gentlemen, all the confusion that is happening here, not too sure what is happening. Very, very loud shout there from Fred Achalam, what just walked in, saying no, but unfortunately for Dinesh kept on going, and one of them clearly looks like it is Achalam Fred who is going to lose his wicket in a needless run-out to say.
No, my calamity in the middle. Would you ever think that the same thing could happen twice in a space of such short deliveries? Look at that again. The shot was played. Hit into that deep pocket again. Quick throw sent in back there. That call of a run. Needless run. Nadir Muhammad had enough the time to go and click off the bails. And Dinesh Kumar Nakrani has to be the unfortunate one that walks off because his batting partner did not move an inch because he felt that there was no run. Look at that. Heaved away. Yes, the 2 was there, but the throw was spot on. Fred Achalam saying no because he had dropped his bat. Didn't want to run without it. And he's telling his partner, why are you not listening to me? Desperation has caused a calamity.
Not great sights there, really, to watch, buddy. You'll say that Rwanda are dealing in runouts, and they will take them because it's those runouts that have sent back the 2 big all-rounders for Uganda. Both left-handers have lost their wickets to needless runouts, you would say.
Into the latter stages, you would say, because this is the last over. So you need to put as much as you can on the board. And with all money on the card, they would want Juma Miyagi on strike. Rwanda just trying as much as possible to minimize the extent of damage that Uganda can cause them.
Uganda are at 183 for the loss of 7 wickets with 4 deliveries to go. But fortunately for Uganda, Juma Miyagi is on strike. But in walks Frank Nsubuga. His career spanned close to 20 years in that Ugandan yellow and red. His job will easily be to make sure he can run to and get Juma on strike.
Big Eve leg side again, but there's protection in the deep there. And just keep this one to 1. That's great work. Keep the new better on strike. And it'll give you an opportunity either to pick a wicket or just to plug the run score.
Goes without saying, Frank Nsubuga is no rabbit to the bat. Scored a handsome of runs for the Ugandan team. But he'll know at this particular point, perhaps his task is simply to try and get Juma Miyagi on strike.
Misses that one.
Not what the doctor ordered. He would have loved to get some bat on that.
Yeah, just looking to try and write that one to third man on that occasion.
At this particular point, obviously, dot balls are like gold dust here for Rwanda. They'll know that, of course, whereas Uganda's charge started right from the top, they can keep them to under 190. They'll feel they have come back very, very strongly.
Martin Okeyes are trying to finish good here. Clipped off. Thick outside edge. And he runs away for 4. Fortune favors the brave. Fortuitous runs. What a way to get off the mark.
Franco Subuga gets just enough butt on that to beat the keeper. No chance there for third man. Thick outside edge. Runs all the way down to the screen. 4 valuable runs to Uganda's total, taking Uganda to 188 for the loss of 7 wickets with just 1 delivery to go.
Here's another opportunity. It's Frank. The target is 190. If can they get there? 2 runs to get there off the last ball. Top ball. They finish off the 20. Well, the 18 are done. We lost 2 overs courtesy of the rain delay. DLS it is called. And 188 will be where Uganda finish things off. And 189 becomes the target for Rwanda. But I tell you what, Uganda will be happy with the team efforts that they've made here. At one point in time, they were looking around the 220 mark. However, now it seems the teams are being called back onto the field of play. Probably there should be another delivery to go, if I'm not mistaken. They're 1 ball short.
Franco Subuga gets another go.
So 190 still becomes the target available. This action doesn't want to stop. It doesn't want to end. Well, I'll tell you something. In this encounter, we have seen it all. We had an absolute betting exhibition from Robinson Abuya. Then we had a masterclass of poor calling, desperate running, 3 runouts in terms of what to learn and what not to do there. Top edges it again and finds that boundary. Would you believe that a batter that can pick the same spot twice to pick boundaries behind the wicketkeeper, and they'll finish off on 192 for 7. That is Uganda. It'll be a huge psychological advantage for them.
Looking at the replay there, Franco Subuga throws the kitchen sink at it yet again and goes in the similar direction. Big effort down there by the man at third man, but unable to keep that in. 4 extra valuable runs to the total.
Yeah, our camera lady had to take evasive action as well, as it was headed in a direction. So 192 becomes the new total that Uganda finished off on in 18 overs. Just having a look at their betting scorecard there. Shrindip Mangela, 11 of 9. That was just in trying to imp up things. Raghav Dhawan, 11 as well. Rizal Yachar, 27 of 19. Got a good start. Danish Kumar Nakrani, 21 of 15. He was going good. But however, the total that will be able to contribute a lot is that of Robinson Abuya. 83 from 44 deliveries. 11 extras were added there. And 192 for 7 in 18.
So looking at the bowling card there, Zappi started things off. Ball 3 of us went for 31, considered just picked 1 wicket. Ineas, 3 overs, 25 runs, 1 wicket. Nadir, the pick of the bowlers, went for just 29 in his quarter, picking up a wicket. Martin Akayeze, the other wicket taker, went for 37 in 3. But interestingly, 7 bowlers used in this particular, 6 bowlers used in this particular attempt to try and stop Uganda's onslaught, conceding 192 for 7.
So that's where things end off. Do join us shortly for the chase. It'll be a reduced match by 2 overs courtesy of the Duckworth Lewis, because we lost 2 overs courtesy of the runs. Join us after this short break for the chase.
Quickly looking at the batting card there from Uganda, Sridip managed to get 11 of 9. Robinson Obuya, who was the man really of the moment, got 83 of 44. Ragav flattered to receive 11 of 7. Riazatele, quick fire, got 27 of 19. Dinesh 21 of 15. Alpesh 8 of 5. Fred Achalam 3 of 2. Miyagi got 9 of 4. Franco Subuga got 2 important boundaries to get 8 of 4. Managed for allowing Uganda get to 192 for 7 in the allotted, you would say, after the rain interruption, allotted 18 overs.
Yeah, mammoth total there. But again, you see the 3 run-outs towards the back end of the innings there. And also the bowling figures, the most expensive of the lot being Jean-Pierre Rukundo. In his spell of 3 overs, went for 44 with an economy of 14.67. Another partner of his, Martin Akayezu, 3 overs, 37 runs, 1 wicket to his name, 12.33 being his economy. Plenty of runs and quality batting that by Team Uganda in a limited amount of overs provided right after the rain. They managed to still get to 190. 2 more overs would have surely crossed the 200 mark there.
Yes, at this particular point, we await to hear what the actual final target will be. Of course, after applying the Duckworth and Lewis method. But without a doubt, Zahid, the total that will be required for Rwanda is one of huge stature. But the opening batters for Rwanda, Didier, the captain himself, alongside Oscar Manishiwe, they have a hell of a job to do in this particular fixture.
We'll be waiting to watch what sort of an approach do the 2 opening batsmen, Didier Kubimana and Manishima Oscar, have towards the Ugandan side here.
Zaid, I don't think you'll win the lottery bothering to even guess the kind of approach the batters are going to take. They are chasing a mammoth total of over 190 in just 18 overs. Doesn't give them a lot of room to simply knock it around. They must have a very, very, very good, you would say, power play itself. They cannot afford to be anything less than 80 or 90 runs in the power play if they are to have a chance of chasing the total.
That's very well said, but tough figures, those, hard as a rock. The situation is at the moment for the run side with a slip in place. Bowling attack will begin with Juma Miyagi coming in, the Ugandan international paceman, the speedster coming in from the pavilion end. All eyes are clocked in from the pavilion, the balcony, all checking out how does this go about. Just setting up right now, and play is the word. Juma Miyagi will be charging in now. Excellent delivery to begin with, nearly carried to the deep third man. Starts off with a run.
Well, the Rwanda's run chase is obviously underway with that single down to third man. But it is cloudy here. A bit of overcast conditions yet again. These conditions have gone nowhere so far. Most of the day has been this way. So you want to think that these Ugandan fast bowlers should have a bit of an advantage bowling in these conditions.
Yeah, they'll be definitely taking on bowling all the effort deliveries coming in. Yes, they've got plenty of runs in the bag, but they want to take it by the throat.
And already after just one delivery, the required run rate is 10.93.
What I'm really interested to see is, by the run side, do they give a fight back into this competition? Do they have the character? Do they show some character here, the batsmen? Didier Kubimana and Oscar Manishima. Didier didn't have a very long stay yesterday. Neither did his partner Oscar, who've been doing really well in the domestic leagues. 196 being the total. Driven down the ground, but won't beat the man there. Robinson Obuya.
Very well driven down the ground there by Didier. Unable to get that past the man of the moment, Robinson Obuya. but they will take that single. And with that single, bring the man for Rwanda that has been in form, Oscar Manishiwe. He'll know that he has a very, very big job to do for his side this particular afternoon.
Ooh, that's some gas on it. Got some gas on it for sure. Juma Miyaji.
Beaten for pace there. Wasn't too sure about what was happening. Juma Miyagi clearly steaming in. And as I rightly stated, the conditions are really overcast. So won't be easy. They're already the total of 196, which is the target that Rwanda are going to be chasing down. Already big enough. But the light at the moment is not helping their cause.
Yeah, it's getting dark quite early. It's just that time of the year. Four deliveries have gone by in no time. Swing and a miss.
Not too sure what is happening there, but all I can tell is that there's a lot of swinging and very little connecting. Oscar is yet to really quickly get out of the blocks. They'll know that the task is obviously very difficult, but I think for me, Zaid, there is a lot that they can actually learn from this situation. You want to think that at this particular point, perhaps the Rwandans might be in not just a spot of bother, in swimming in really in deep waters based on the total that they have to chase. But they can make something out of this, put up a fight and show a lot of character in this one.
Yeah, very, very well said. We saw the morning game, Botswana, again Nigeria providing them a big total. We get done with the first over here, just 2 runs on board for Team Rwanda to begin with.
And opening the bowling for Uganda from the airport end. Change of ends from yesterday. Cosmas Cheuta yesterday opened from the pavilion end. This time choosing to go with opening the bowling from the airport end. Things not getting any easier for the batters. Cosmas not any different, especially in terms of pace. They do have a couple of clicks on them.
Yeah, we'll be waiting to see. Cosmos yesterday had a few niggles down the leg, but most of the times does like to keep it straight and tight. Young Didier on strike now.
Very well played there by Didier. Manages to run that down to third man. Good to see him at least showing intent to try and keep the scoreboard ticking and not keep too much of his eyes on that target. That target can be extremely difficult if you keep looking at it. Will only change the way they would have played. So it's important that they get their eye in quickly. They don't have a lot of time, but also not get too phased by the occasion. Not swing their butts around and simply just look to get out. But I'll use this particular experience. You do not get experience in supermarkets. It's playing international cricket that exposes you to different situations and you make the most out of them.
Yeah, situations like this, tough as nails. You gotta have the right mindset to approach such conditions and such situations. We saw some fight, some character by the Botswana side today morning. They were given a big total as well, but look at the start they got. Started off with 3 boundaries in the first over. If Team Rwanda continues to have a drought of boundaries here, it will cost them quite early.
Gets right behind that one. Oscar tries to simply punch that off the back foot through the covers. Unable to really make any meaningful timing on that one. Didn't get the connection he was looking for, and Cosmas Cheuta continues to string together a number of dot balls.
Yeah, also cramping him up for room on that occasion. Getting hit high on the bat. Getting hit high on the shoulders there.
Challenge with these kind of run chases is that the required run rate continues to fly through the roof with every dot ball.
Yeah, and that one will go down the leg. An extra coming by Cosmos. We've seen that yesterday's game as well. where he just squares up his shoulders and it ends up going down the leg as he pushes it, the extra extension of the arm. Most of the deliveries here, Davis, as you've noticed so far, haven't really targeted the stumps. Just back of the length, trying to look for a nick.
I think the Ugandan seamers have been intentional on ensuring that they do not pitch the ball too full. Nothing should be bowled up front, obviously, to the Rwandan batters, because that will allow them to simply lean into it and drive it down the ground. They have recognized that the boundaries at this particular oval that are straight are very short, so keep that option out of the batters' minds.
Nowhere to go square of the wicket. Keeping it very quiet and minimal at the moment is Cosmos.
Well, it is raining dot balls here so far, but I do not mind that. It's good to see that the Rwandan batters are getting right behind that one. They need to make as much use of this experience, not get phased away. Get themselves into this particular one, get behind the ball, and perhaps look to try and take on the bowler slightly later.
Oh, and that will slip through everything as it races onto the boundary ropes. Very, very welcoming runs off the final delivery. Cosmos provides Rwanda a gift of the final delivery there.
Leg by it is, straight down the leg side. Oscar manages to get just somehow you would say pad on that. Runs away down to fine leg for 4 runs. Rwanda at 8 for no loss after 2.
Giving them and we've got Juma Miyaji coming in once again from the pavilion end, just trying to get through the overs very, very quickly. Oh, just gets out of the way of that one. Fiercey. Fiery delivery there. Got some venom to it.
Let's look at the replay there. Very well directed bouncer. Not much Didier could have done with that one, and he does the right thing of getting right away out of that one.
Nothing gentle about that bumper.
Saeed, a good exhibition of fast bowling here, making full use of the conditions.
Plays it down the ground. 1 bounce for 4. Gets ample amount of bat on that one. Goes downtown and picks up a boundary.
Good intent there from Didier. He's had enough. He's had quite a number of sighters looking at the replay. He takes a little shimmy down the way, gives himself enough room, and manages to hit that right over the head of Miyagi. But good sportsmanship there from Miyagi, managing at least to applaud that was a good shot from Didier. Good intent. Rwanda pick up their first boundary in this ranches.
Yeah, and that was a rare full delivery this time around. Cramping him up once again. As Henry will collect that. Yeah, just in the 3rd over. And the required run rate is over 11 already. So numbers at times can be quite haunting out in the middle. But you've got to play with them. You've got to adjust, find a way of approaching that required per over.
Very well played there by Oscar Manishiwe. Gives himself room and manages to swat that towards the wide mid-off region. Picks up 4 runs. Second boundary for Rwanda. For me, I like the fact that these two Rwanda batsmen have not been phased. They have looked to have a quick look, The replay gives himself some room, much needed room, and plays a handsome, uses slap shot over that region.
Yeah, look at that, up and over. Manishima Oscar just backs away from that. Saw the width, created the width, and slaps it past covers for 4.
I like this particular context. Zahid, for me, I see the future, or the present and the future of Rwanda batters right there in the middle. As these are two very young gentlemen, very early in their careers. These gentlemen will play quite a number of games for Rwanda, so for them it's good to get as much experience from such an occasion. They are playing against some quality fast bowlers, equally very young, but we do not get a lot of exposure, so it's good for the young Rwanda batters to ensure that they get as much experience out of this particular what you'd call a contest.
Yeah, they've got to be part of the game. They've got to understand what is required at a certain level. They've got to get used to the standard, as Team Uganda is, of course, going to show their mark. The big boys, from the experience that they've gathered, playing overseas, playing much bigger players, now adapting to conditions. I feel the name of the game here is adaptation. Slaps that one for 4 once again, pulls it just the cow corner region. Couple of bounces and off she goes for yet another boundary.
With that boundary brings an end to the third. But the replay there will tell you, I like the fact that Oscar Manishiwe has understood the lengths that Juma Miyagi is bowling a bit short, and he gives himself room, manages to work that to the wide, vacant, long on region, picking up a boundary.
3 overs done here. It's 22 for no loss, Team Rwanda.
I think it's key for us also to remind the viewers out there that, of course, because it is a revised game, it's now become an 18-over game. Obviously, that has an effect on how many overs the bowlers would obviously bowl. And just to let you know, 3 bowlers would be allowed to bowl 4 overs, and the rest would be able to bowl at least a minimum, at least of about 3 overs. So it's important that that is obviously known by the viewers.
Quarter was a call, but umpire says it's a wide delivery. Starting off down the leg is Cosmos. 90 balls remaining. The Rwandan boys have struck a couple of boundaries here, and the shorter deliveries are now being answered to. Once there's a short delivery on offer and width, they do go for it.
Big heave there by Didier. Gets enough on it. 1 bounce, and that's about it. Gets another boundary. Good passage of play here for Rwanda. The youngsters are picking up a couple of boundaries. In particular, picked up a total of 4 boundaries in the last couple of 2 overs, you would say. So good momentum right now for Didier and Oscar Manishiwe.
You'll see on the replay there, 4 players chasing the delivery there. Just wins the race. High. Nearly got to a maximum. Just so close to the boundary ropes there. Just a yard or 2. And it's a boundary. Aggression and showing some character are the 2 youngsters out in the middle. Exactly what Rwanda required.
Scamper through for a quick single. Good cricket here right now from the Rwandans. That's exactly what you want to see. You want to see that they understand that this game is not just about smashing everything, but even after picking up a boundary, having the cricket intelligence to follow that up with a single. Good stuff from the youngsters.
Yeah, and now Reza just having a word with Cosmos. Just hinting him a thing or 2 in the ears there. Just a whisper of guidance.
A bit straighter there from Cosmas Chauta. I like the fact that the Rwandans have obviously recognized that the boundary options, based on the lengths that the Ugandans are bowling, the boundary option literally remains that vacant cover region. So they're looking to give themselves some space, open up the offside, try and go over that infield and try and open up that boundary at extra cover.
Yeah, and you could see the umpire just warning Cosmos about his follow-through on the pitch. Once again, and that will go the distance for a maximum. Shot of authority, shot of class. Oscar Manishimwe launches that over covers for a maximum.
So rightly stated, the fact for me that the replay will tell you, you see, that footwork shows you that he's opening up the offside, putting himself in, ensuring that the ball is on the outside of himself so that he hits the ball anywhere above the infield on the offside. That's very, very smart from him in terms of cricket intelligence. That's exactly what you want to see. And the character on display right now by the Rwandans goes without saying.
Yeah, very, very good take on it. Look at that, clean as a whistle. Flies flat and hard and all the way. Full treatment given to Cosmos there. Now, a bit of a worry in the Ugandan side. The man in yellow now having a couple of group discussions as the umpires will be checking that delivery, will be checking that ball once it's been back, if it is in the right shape to continue the play.
That six there from Oscar, easily the best looking shot of the day, the maximum of the day.
Just flicks it around the corner, running hard. Not trying to go for a double, not trying to take on the arm of the man there. Yeah, speaking of confidence, Oscar loves playing that shot over covers. It's one of his favorite shots. We've seen a hint of worry by Cosmos in this particular over.
It's a very good passage of play right now for Rwanda. They've picked up quite a number of runs. Big dive there from Henry Senyondo, unable to get hand to it. That runs down, but Juma Miyagi is the man there and manages to keep that in. Leg buys it will be. Ball down the leg side.
Yeah.
Good 2 overs really, and you can see the fans there in your frame. They're starting to enjoy this encounter.
All eyes glued on the action in the middle as we get done. As we get done with the 4th over. Team Rwanda 37 for no loss. What a way these boys have came back into the game in the past 2 overs. The first 2 overs was a quiet start, 8 runs coming off it. The next 2 overs, the assault began.
And there is a bowling change from the pavilion end. Dinesh Kumar Nakrani has been tasked to come in and try and do a bit of a repair job, try and hold back this Rwandan onslaught. Again, the 2 fielders out in the ring, a long on and deep square leg, opening up the offside for Oscar Manishwe, who has looked to try and pounce on anything wide.
Loud appeal and the finger will be raised. Nakrani straight away comes with a breakthrough. And that will be the end of Manishimwe Oscar's innings. Again, it's the deceiving run-up. Such a casual run-up. But look at the bowling stride there. Just full and straight. Easiest of decisions to make for the umpire.
Impact, not outside.
Outside off. It's still out. If it's outside leg, then it's not out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Impact.
Yeah. And again, you've got to see trajectory. It's angling in.
Well, and with that dismissal, in walks easily a legend of Rwandan cricket, Eric Singuzimana. Traditionally made his career as a top order batsman, but not just a top order batsman, but an opening batsman. He returns into the side. He is a fan favorite.
The man, the legend, 52 hours to his name in the Guinness World Record book. Longest standing man in the nets. And if there's someone who knows a thing or two about Gahanga cricket ground, it's that man himself. Loud appeal, and the finger will be raised. Dinesh Nakarani picks 2 in 2.
The bowling change has done wonders, worked wonders for Riyazat Ali Shah. He's opted to go to his king, you would say. Dinesh Nakarani bowls pretty straight and full. The replay will tell you there, right in the block hole. Oof.
Yeah, from the looks of it, just not able to read the deliveries coming in by Dinesh. The left arm just angling into the right-handers, full and straight. He picks 2 in 2, and all of a sudden, he's on a hat-trick here. Are we in to witness the first hat-trick of this tournament?
Not great sights there, obviously. Eric Tusingwizimana having to walk off, go for an early shower. The legend of Rwandan cricket. Today is not his day, but he's had quite a number of good days in that Rwandan blue and yellow. And in walks a youngster for me who was very impressive yesterday. Managed to not just to hold the innings together for Rwanda, but he was extremely positive and played with a lot of intent, drawing a lot of admiration from his skill set. Dinesh Nakarani, he is on a hat-trick ball.
The man facing him is a youngster, Isai Nyomugabo. He's been bowling very, very similar looking deliveries, the 2 wickets. Same area, same pace, same angle. He comes wide of the crease. He's got that catapult kind of action. Slight bit of delay. Showing character once again is the youngster. So, not really a hat-trick. A dot it is.
Dinesh Nakarani just has that hang in his action. And that hang can be quite deceptive. He's a master at bowling from left arm round, because that allows him to use the angle to literally attack the stumps. 90% of his deliveries will be crashing into those stumps.
Have a look at that. Height will be of concern there. Not the tallest of man's Isai Nyomugabo, but animated appeal. You can see Dinesh just having a bit of a word with the umpire.
Just to remind the viewers, because it is an 18-over game, you would say, replay will tell you so. Sort of stamp a bit high, so I feel the umpire's obviously gotten that one right.
Till the thunder by the name of Dinesh Kumar Nakarani came into the attack and picks up 3 without giving away a single run.
And with that, dot ball brings an end to a fantastic over for Dinesh Nakarani and Riyazat Ali Shah's boys. And with that ends the power play. Rwanda at 37 for 3 after 5.
What an over.
Looking at the batting scorecard there, Oscar Manishiwe started things off, only got 16 of 16. Didier, who is still out there, is on 12 of 9. Not much contribution from Eric and Isaiah, both not getting any runs, not getting off the mark. And Daniel, the youngster, is on the wicket. It will tell you that Rwanda right now 37 for 3 after 5. The bowling figures there, Juma Miyagi, 2 overs considered 16 runs. Cosmas Cheuta, 2 overs 15 runs. Dinesh Nakarani, the man of the moment, 1 over 1 maiden, 3 wickets. Frank Subuga has been called in to operate from the airport end.
Franco Plenty of experience upon his shoulders there. An introduction of spin. Kept it tight there. No run taken.
Like the fact that Frank from is bowling again from the longer end of the field. It's good to see that intelligence, to know that not giving.
Keeps that one on the ground. Around the corner as they pick up a quick single. They had it correct for the moment, and it all got taken away in that previous over by Dinesh. And knocks him over with a beautiful delivery. That will be the end of Daniel Gumisenge.
Nearly mentioned there that Daniel would need to have to know that this was probably going to be the first time he's actually facing Franco Subuga. He may not have had much knowledge about Franco Subuga, and looking at the replay there, Frank bowls pretty straight in the stumps. You miss a hit, and miss he did. He sent back for yet another early shower. Rwanda have lost 4 wickets for 1 run.
Yeah, munching on the wickets are the Ugandan bowlers at the moment. And the shift of momentum side to side, the frequency at which it's moving is just wild. So for a moment the run on side, lots of cheers, the balcony getting all lively, the home viewers getting all into the motion, but pin drop silence as 4 wickets have gone by in no time. Frank Subuga joins in to the party of wickets as he's picked 1 for 1.
Well, just to let them know, I hope someone has had a word with Rukundo just to give him advice. Franco Subuga will bowl pretty straight. He'll look to attack the stumps. And he gets off the mark. Rukundo will take that single. Much welcome single. Kills a bit of momentum. Uganda had bowled literally close to 8 deliveries without conceding a run.
Yeah, and at this moment I just wonder what is going on beneath that helmet of Didier. Exactly what I thought, being cautious after having lost 4 wickets. End of the 6th over, 39 for the loss of 4. It's just the reading of the game. Riyazat Ali Shah saw the pace bowlers going and being hit around. And all of a sudden he brings in that man Dinesh, who's picked 3 without giving a single run. Changed the entire context of the game. Nothing different. The finger will be raised. It's 4 for no run given. Best figures he might be in for.
It is bullseye yet again from Dinesh Nakrani. The replay will tell you so. Balls from a wide angle brings... Oh, that's clearly cluttering into the stumps. Easy decision there for the umpire. Dinesh enjoying himself, you would say.
Yeah, ripping the soul out of this run and side at the moment. 5 wickets down for just 39 runs on board. Hits the bullseye once again. Is he about to pick a 5-er without conceding a run here?
And in walks Emil Ruchiriza. But statistically, Rwanda have lost 5 wickets for only just 2 runs. A massive mid-order collapse.
Yeah, a collapse it is. Skydived into that position. 39 for 5. A game that they'll look back. Emil survives the first delivery there. Again, it's just the action of Dinesh Kumar that the Rwandan batsmen are not used to. They've always had that struggle playing the left arm pace bowlers.
Yet again, very tentative, you would say, from Emil. Clearly a lot of uncertainty in the batter. But it's that angle that Dinesh bowls with. Jumps wide of the stump, as you can see at the crease there. And looks to bowl as straight as possible. As I said earlier, he looks to bowl as trying to attack your stumps. He asks quite a number of questions of batters. Rwanda yet to answer any.
Yeah, late movement that time around. And what adds to his arsenal is he's got the cutters as well that can be coming in quite late into the right-handers.
Dinesh Nakrani has bowled 10 balls in a row, has not conceded a run, and has picked up 4 wickets. Now is a good time for the Rwandan batters to show a bit more character and fight out there.
Yeah, and look at the quality of wicket keeping. Look how close the wicket keeper is standing to a pace bowler. Sending out a message or two, for sure. Always into the ears of the batsman, as the wicket keepers mostly love to do.
Among the challenges Fred Achalam does have, wicket keeping has not been one of those. And it's back-to-back maidens from Dinesh Nakrani. He's bowled a lot of 12 overs, 12 balls. He's not conceded a run and has picked up 4 wickets. And it is 39 for 5 after 7.
Yeah, being extremely tight. By extreme, I mean ultimately tight. 7 overs done here. It's 39 for the loss of 5.
Touch and go there. They scamper through for a single. They manage to get home safely. And with that single, there will be a change of commentary. Eli Tawanda will be back. Good evening, good afternoon, Eli. What do you make of the proceedings?
A fantastic afternoon, Davis. Well, Rwanda, they wanted to start with fire for fire. And looking at a mammoth total, I would not have expected them to approach this any other way, but just that the fall of wickets has just been too much. And you look at those figures of Dinesh Kumar Nakrani. Absolutely amazing for a bowler of his nature.
Run out opportunity, not taken there. Very well run there by the Rwandans. Interesting that Henry Senyono finds himself fielding at short fine leg. Always told us the best fielders for a right arm off spinner should always be at short fine leg and mid wicket. That's where those are high traffic areas.
Oh, he's up for the task, you'd say. Sweep short again. And he seems to be up for the task, I say again. He's reacting quick enough. And he's been good at that. There's no safe place nowadays in T20. You can't hide. You have to put in a shift or two wherever you are. Be out in the deep, be inside the 30-yard circle, behind the wicketkeeper. Bowled him right through. Trying to create a scoring opportunity with the ram shot. You miss, I hit. Frank Nsobuga picks up a wicket. And this one will be wicket number 3, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it 2? Rwanda are 41 for the loss of 6. And this is exactly after 8 overs. Meaning from here on, it'll be 10 overs that remain. Rwanda, 41 for the loss of 6.
That's 6 wickets for 4 runs.
Emil Richeriza, the man on the... He'll actually be the striker at the start of the 9th over. Interesting, Eli, is that Rwanda have lost 6 wickets for just 4 runs.
Yeah, such is that equation. One that many can never imagine, I tell you. But for me, it's a great exhibition of the nature that Uganda, what they possess at the moment, the quality of bowling that they have. Almost wicket number 5. Dinesh Kumar Nakrani has picked up 4 wickets in 2 maidens, yet to be scored against. Will he make history and pick up a 5 and be the first bowler I would know to have a 5 wicket maiden haul for nothing? Still a dot ball.
And that's 14 balls in a row from Dinesh Nakrani, yet to concede a single run. It's a dream passage of play here for Uganda. It's been a while since they conceded a boundary. If I'm not mistaken, that was in an over of one of the fast bowlers.
That's the first run that he conceded. It'll be an extra. No one is perfect. He gives away 1 extra, so that'll be one moment where his figures will be tarnished there.
Well, the batters on the wicket for Rwanda are players who have the quality. They do have they possess the skill set to bat and hold out. Emil leaning into that one. You'd want to see some conviction in there, trying to push the ball further than just simply touching it there for it to run to covers. But these 2 batters have the ability in there to try and now put together not just a recovery job, but actually score at a decent rate. Martin Akayezu is one of those people that has scored a 50, I think, off just 17 balls. So he does have quality in him, and boy oh boy, now would Rwanda need him to actually step up with bat in hand.
Definitely they would. But still, I'm amazed by the figures of this man. Dinesh Kumar Nakrani, 4 for 1. But just for interest sake, if you would like to know, the best bowling figures in T20 internationals belongs to Saizrul Idris of Malaysia, and picked up 7 wickets for 8 runs versus China. Harsha Barajwa of Singapore has figures of 6 for 3. It's pulled away, and that'll be retrieved for... Oh, yeah, it does the work. Senyondo saves the boundary, saves the figures there. It was pulled away. What should have been just 1, but that slip or diving effort rather. Ooh, tricky.
Not very often do you see Henry Senyondo put in those big dives. But a good work from him down there at fine leg. Those are the first runs that Dinesh concedes, obviously, off the bat.
Yeah, I'll continue just shortly on those best bowling figures, because the next one will be quite interesting. As we get to the end of the over, 9 overs done, it'll be 44 for the loss of 6 after 9. As action resumes, and I'll continue. So those are the best bowling figures earlier on that I mentioned. Harsha Barajwa of Singapore picked up early this year versus Mongolia 6 wickets for 3 runs. Then in 2021, the man that we saw earlier on in action, Peter Ao of Nigeria, picked 6 wickets for 5. Maybe he can join that club.
Well, there is an opportunity here for Dinesh Nakrani.
But it won't be the first time, because he is also on those charts with his best bowling figures of 6 for 7.
Beautiful figures, really, Eli. I think he picked in that particular one was in Kigali. If I'm not mistaken, I think at the IPRC.
And you're right, that was versus Lesotho.
Frankensuga continues to enjoy himself. He's stringing together a couple of dot balls. Martin Akayezu is yet to get off the mark, but he is one of those that is very handy with bat in hand.
You can see where he's targeting Frank Suba. He wants to hit that pad because that front foot of Martin Akayezu is just planted on middle stump. So that's where he's trying to target that ball to turn there. That's what he's looking to hit there. And he knows if that bat can just get out of the way, he will be in business.
And that single brings an end to the 10th over. Rwanda are at 46 for the loss of 6 after 10.
Rwanda's betting card there. Oscar Manishingwe, 16 from 16. Valiant effort. That's a good start that he got. Didier Ndugubimana, the captain, 14 from 16. That's the only notable pair that put up anything. After that, it's a telephone number, 00131.
Looking at the bowling figures there, impressively is the third man in that list there. Dinesh Nakrani is bowled 3 overs, 2 maidens, 3 considered just 3 runs, picking up 4 wickets. Frank Subuga, 3 overs, 5 runs, 2 wickets.
10 overs gone. It's 46 for 5. 8 overs remain from here going forward. Required run rate, an unsayable number. It will be a cardinal sin for me to call it out.
And the job is not getting any easier because bowling from the pavilion end is Alpesh Ramjani. It's been introduced. Riyazad not making things any easier for the Rwandan batters.
Now it's something that I always ask sides to do when you have the opponents on the back foot. Go for the jugular, kill it off, because you make that a habit when you face serious opposition.
Full on straight there from Alpesh. Emil Richards is only able to just simply knock that back to the bowler. Touch and go there. Henry Senyondo called into action yet again, unable to complete that run out. And the batters scamper through for a quick single. Good to see some intent really for me from Emil and Martin Akayezu. You can see there is desire to want to stay on the wicket and try and make as much use of this opportunity, pick as much experience.
Yeah, don't look to make up numbers, because it's always good for you as a person at times when you look at your personal stats, how you perform. I'll pick from Botswana, Reginald Newland is 50. That's a good way of him getting into form. It'll be handy going forward for their next games that they can count on him. Niesi was going for the chase even when wickets were falling around him, but he still made the effort.
Drop around there. Good cricket there from Martin Akayezu. Recognizes obviously there is a gap there at mid-wicket and picks up that single to rotate strike and bring an end to the 11th. Rwanda 48 for 6. And there is a bowling change from the airport end. Ella, as rightly stated, the job is not getting any easier. And whereas Frank Nsubuga takes a break, Henry Senyondo, left-arm orthodox, is the highest wicket taker for the cricket cranes in T20 internationals. If I'm not mistaken, he sits on 98 T20 international wickets. So he does have an opportunity to obviously get his name etched in history. Would be a big moment if he can manage to pull it off. Ball slightly short there. Allows Martin Akayezu to simply tuck that, hit that down the ground at longer for a single.
Yeah, loose snap from Henry Senyondo. A good turner of the ball. Great action. Makes me proud to be a left-arm spinner back in my days. when you see such kind of spinners in play. There's great control, rhythm.
Touch and go there again, run out opportunity. Ah, the throw is not on bullseye, and that allows the ball to scamper down to that vacant fine leg region. 5 runs to the total.
The throw was off. Even the man backing up there, Robinson Obuya, could not do anything in that diving effort. Something that should have just been a single ends up being 4 runs. And then the courtesy of that other run that they ran first, it becomes 5. .142 of 39. Cross the line, he plays it. They're looking for 2. And they will come back comfortably.
Not too sure about that approach there from Martin Akayezu.
Well, it's a moment for him to try some shots that he's seen. Slog sweep.
I wouldn't mind that, especially if he was going downtown. Try and go right over the screen. Obviously feel that's the shorter boundary. It is the area he should be targeting. He wants to chance his arm.
Yeah, definitely. Straight up, and he hears your call. Great effort there from Cosmos Chota. Saving a definite boundary there. They pick up just a single.
Eli, the passage of players literally saved you, because you seem to hint on your career as a left-arm spinner. But I guess now is the time for us to simply focus on the cricket itself. Hit to the vacant mid-wicket region allows Emil and Martin to pick up yet another single. Decent over, you would say. With that single brings an end to the 12th. Rwanda are 58 for the loss of 6. Back to the cricket here, the Gahanga Kirovo, in the 4th match of the ILT20 Continental Cup, powered by Fancode. The home team Rwanda up against Uganda. The target for Rwanda is obviously 197 at this particular point, looking far out of reach. 196. I beg your pardon. Pershram Jani will continue to operate from the pavilion end. A big slog there from Emil Chiriza. Luckily for him, he gets some wood to it.
Trying something different. They spare. You can't blame them. You can't falter them. They're trying to put up a fight as much as they can, because they don't want to be overrun by Uganda. So they're going to push as much as they can to get to what will lessen that defeat. Big Eve. Shuffle across the stumps by Martin Akayezu. I love his tenacity. His ambition is there. He's got a big heart to make an effort with the bat.
There is no question about his intentions. His intentions are crystal clear. He's going to chance his arm up against that short boundary on this end.
Straight as an arrow. And that's 4. Timed in the slot. Played well by Emil Rukiriza. He picks up a boundary. It'll take him to 15 of 21.
Right there in the slot, Emil Rukiriza does the right thing and goes straight. I don't think we can overestimate or overstate just how short those boundaries are. Gets value for money.
Not one. A close shave on that leg stump. Lucky to be still standing there. That's what always happens. The shadow shot is the right shot.
You would know, Eli. Touch and go yet again. Henry Senyon has been kept very busy there at short fine leg.
13 overs done. And that will be 65 runs for the loss of 6 wickets for Rwanda.
Well, following that near perfect blueprint of a batting scorecard for Uganda, obviously we cannot forget those runouts, the 3 runouts in the middle. And that's played on Emil Ruchiriza, goes for another slog. In my opinion, very unnecessary. And he connects that, plays that right onto his stumps, and he loses his wicket. Rwanda lose their 7th with a score at 65. Henry picks up his first. And Henry is on 99 T20I international wickets. The replay right there gives himself room. Goes for a slog, looking for that boundary on the onside, but unfortunately is only able to get wood to it that ricochets off his pad onto his stumps.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate there. Ricocheting off the boot and onto the stumps. A painful way to go, but you have to go. 65 for 7. Emilia Rugariza departs 16 from 24.
And with that wicket, in walks Nadim. He was the pick of the bowlers for Rwanda in that onslaught. He went for just 26 runs, picked up 2 wickets in his 4 overs. You feel hard done for him that he actually now equally has to do a job with bat in hand.
There's a lot of runs to make up because he dropped that catch of Robinson Obuya, so he needs to score those runs that Obuya put up there. That's always been the term that was used. If you drop a catch, you need to make up for the run scored by the batter that you drop.
Don't even want to imagine how many runs you had to make up for, Eli.
Not much. Not much.
What would you say?
Not much. Oof. No fit movement. Trying to just use his eye to get in line with that one.
Very well ball here again from Henry Senyondo. He's fully recovered from the last over. He conceded 10 in his first over, but so far has bowled 4 dot balls in a row, picking up a wicket of Emil Ruchiriza. Very well struck there from Nadim to that extra cover fielder. Picks up a single and he is off the mark.
Martin Akayezu, 8 of 14. Doesn't do justice to his efforts that he's showed us here to try to score runs. Goes it again, it's up in the air. And that wicket will bring up 100 wickets for Henry Senyondo. And also, it'll be the end of the over, but that will be 1 wicket, I tell you, that he should value the most. I don't think he's aware of it because his celebration is subdued. But he now has 100 wickets to his name in T20 International.
Muted celebrations from Henry Senyondo, but it is over. And Rwanda are 66 for 8 after 14.
Oh, Henry Senyondo. 100 wickets to his name in 82 T20 Internationals. His best figures will be 4 for 4. Look at that wicket again. Going across the stumps, trying to open up the leg side. Skies it up high, and Riazat Ali Shah, the captain of Uganda, completes the catch. And celebration. Guess that the celebrations will be in the dugout or when he walks off the field of play and he gets to hear that news. And maybe someone watching back at home will send him a message that he'll see later and be like, congratulations, buddy. You have 100 wickets to your name. Something that is worth of note. Nakrani back in the attack. Almost. Not only can he bowl a quicker bowl, that is Cosmos Jota, but he's got a good arm. And that one near run out.
Obviously, there is a bowling change from the pavilion end. Alpeshna Ramjani takes a break, giving Dinesh Nakrani an opportunity perhaps to pick up another wicket, pick up a fiver. T20 cricket, he is on 4 already. Consider just 4 runs. Zappi being Imana is on strike. Zappi manages to simply keep that out. Doesn't seem to show a lot of intent with the batting so far.
Oh, he's still new to the crease. You will be tentative. You will be nervous. And being into the tail, most tail-enders, very few love to bat. Cracks it away. He gets off the mark. Diving effort will be in vain. And they'll run away for 4. What a way to get off the mark. As tentative as he was on the first one, this time shows the intent that you're talking about. And Frank have to pick himself up.
Slightly short delivery there allows Zappi to sit on the back foot, rock back. Gallant effort there from Robinson Obuya, the man of the day, you would say, but was unable to keep that in. 4 valuable runs to the total. Rwanda get themselves to 71 for the loss of 8 wickets. Full delivery, full toss, gets some height, falls right in the middle of the 3 men, chasing under that.
Unfortunate there. Fell into a vacant region. It's a perfect spot to target.
The vacant region.
Well, if you ask him, he'll tell you that's where I wanted to hit it. I was looking for that area. That one cracked away, I told you. That's where he was targeting. This time he really gets one. Came right off the mid of the bat. Finds 4.
Overcorrection there from Zappi. This time plays it with a lot of sting. Manages to work that wide of that extra cover fielder. Got right under that one. Hits it over the cover fielder into that vacant area. Great shot there from him. Throws the front foot out of the way.
Now, neatly timed. Maybe Zappi should be pushed up the order. 10 or 4. Open in the face of the blade.
Very well played there from Zappi.
Vacant region. He'll pick up a couple. This is why I'm saying you should be pushed up the order. He's showing great intent. He's just been only 5 deliveries there. And he's already made 12. End of the 15th over. It'll be 79 runs, I beg your pardon, for the loss of 8 wickets. As we mark 15 overs now done. Just to give you of what to look forward to tomorrow. Exciting encounters that are on the cards. It'll be Botswana who take on Rwanda early in the morning. And then Nigeria, they will take on Uganda. So definitely it'll be exciting encounters that you don't want to miss on match day 3 of the ILT20 Continental Cup powered by Fancode. A big shout. No one is running. Run out opportunity, but the throw is off.
We've got 2 bowlers out there in the middle. Nadir Mohammed and Zappi Morris Bimenyimana. Entire family being involved in cricket. The younger brother being captain of the under-19. The sister being the captain of the Rwanda women's national side. Goes for a big hit there, misses it, and they pick up a single.
Oh my. Danish almost taking out the wicketkeeper there.
Yeah, lucky. He got
Those
good
gloves,
hands.
the gloves come in handy, and the helmet as well, because that was fired right at the wicketkeeper. Frank, how are you still standing there? He's even laughing like, my guy, I'm right here. Ooh.
Drags it way outside off some there. Goes down on that knee way before the ball even got to him.
Premeditated shot.
Yeah, watchfully played. And there's still a single.
Nadi Mohammed just giving strike to Zappy Bimenyumana, who's been excellent, strike rate of 100.
Yeah, and now sending the man in the deep. Robinson has been pushed to the boundary ropes as Zappy is on strike.
Big heave into that area. Men under it. Taken. That's the easiest of catch.
Yeah, small innings comes to an end there. Zappy Bimenyumana striking it at nearly 200. Has to depart for 12 of 7 deliveries. Henry continues. It's 101 now for him.
Let me look at that one again. Up in the air. Plenty of height, but not enough distance. And that was one of the easiest of catches taken there by the fielder. That'll be the demise of Zappy. Great cameo that he had. Showed intent. 12 of 7.
He's done all he could.
Rwanda, 82 for 9.
Got the final delivery of the over left here. Nyas being the new batter in. Last wicket for Team Rwanda here. He gets off the mark with that single as it races past Henry. One-sided affair it has been this afternoon. 16 overs done here. It's 83 for the loss of 9. Really, after the opening pair, didn't see much coming in next. A very, very long tail indeed here for Team Rwanda.
Very well said. Zaid. No one making it into the 20s in the whole entire betting card. Nice scores. They've been of 16. Oscar Manishimwe and Emilio Rukiriza. Those are the two that got 16.
Yeah, it's fair enough to be said that they've been bullied this afternoon by the neighboring side. The big boys showing different levels to the game here. Juma Miyagi will be sweeping it off and closing the curtains here for Team Rwanda as he knocks over Inyas with a beautiful, quick and straight delivery.
Cleans him up and wraps up things. Straight a delivery. Hitting the top of leg stump there. Well bowled from Juma Miyagi.
Nowhere close to that delivery. Could see. Couldn't expect much from bowler. Was not used to being faced by such attack.
So Uganda clean up things. They bowl out Rwanda for 83 runs. And Uganda will clinch this one by a massive total of 112 runs, courtesy of the Duckworth Lewis, after a revised target. That will be the end of the innings. It'll be handshakes and smiles for Uganda. They pick up 2 and 2. They'll be happy as they head into tomorrow's game where they will face against Nigeria, who are top of the table. But I guess things will change when calculations are done to see who's got a better net run rate. Will be sitting at the top there. But there'll be smiles from the Cranes of Uganda. They've done a magnificent job. They've shown their prowess, their ability to gather momentum and keep it going, not only with the ball but also with the bat. Robinson Obuya, magnificent performance he had with the bat there. Top scoring with 83 runs from 44. And then Dennis Nakrani, as you can see just behind him, pick of the bowlers, picked up 4 wickets. A magnificent effort with the ball, and just for minimal, and when I say minimal, it was 16 runs that he conceded. Those 2 players for Uganda, they did the job. That's why they're given the courtesy to lead the team off the field of play.
Yeah, and here we have the scorecard of Team Rwanda. Oscar Manishimwe, 16 off 16. Didier Kubimana, 14 off 16. We've got Eric Dusingizimana, who had to depart for a golden duck. And 2 other ducks following him, Isai Mugabo and Daniel Gumusenge. We've got Jean-Pierre Rukundo putting on 1 off 3. One-sided affair. 12 extras by the Ugandan side, as Frank Subuga, with a standout economy of 1 in his 3 overs, 5 runs and 2 wickets. But that man, Dinesh Nakrani, 4 overs, 2 maidens, 16 runs, picks up 4 wickets. Exceptional bowling. And Matt Summary, you've seen excellent batting there by the top order. Robinson Obuya scoring 83 off 44. Riyazat Ali Shah, the captain, 27 off 19. Dinesh Nakrani, 21 off 15. All-round performance by him. The openers, Oscar Manishimwe, 16 off 16, and Emil Rukariza, 16 off 24. And that will be it for the game this afternoon. Signing out is Zaid Khan, and do join us shortly for the post-match presentations. It's not mine, boss. It's for my housemate. I'm just a carrier.
It's a good afternoon and welcome to the post-match presentation on match day 2 for match number 4, where we're the host Rwanda taking on their neighbors Uganda. Rwanda won the toss earlier on. They elected to bowl first, hoping that they could restrict Uganda to a reasonable total. But however, a mammoth total was put up by Uganda. 192 was what they put up, courtesy of Duckworth Lewis of a revised target. We'll have a chat with the captain of Rwanda. Didier, you won the toss but not the game. What happened out there?
We did many mistakes in the field that cost us the game. Yeah, they played very well, so we come strong.
At some point, you guys started off the chase, really trying to go after it, especially with the opening partnership. But however, you were not able to build up on that. What was the strategy going after that huge total?
The strategy was to come with positive mind and attack the power play. And also our middle orders batters, they didn't do their job. That's why.
Then lastly, any positives would you draw out of this game?
Tomorrow we have another game against Botswana, so we come strong.
Thank you so much and good luck in tomorrow.
Thank you.
As Didier, the captain of Rwanda. Now let's have a talk with the winning captain, Reza Aliacha of Uganda. Reza Aliacha, you guys came in strong. You were happy you said you would have wanted to bowl first. Would you have changed your decision after having a look at things?
I think no, toss is not in our hands. We don't mind batting first because of the batting we have, the powerhouse we have in our batting. The way boys, the way they batted, it was amazing to see. The way we wanted to bat as a positive batting unit. Yeah.
Your plan is always not to have a total in mind that you're looking to set. What's the key behind that?
I think as I said, we have powerhouse as a batting unit. We don't mind setting any target. We want to see how wicket plays first, couple of overs, then we will set our targets here.
Then personally, as a captain, it's now 7-7 that you've won. How do you feel?
Feels the match.